In the freelancing world, it's all about skills. And you've seen all of the clickbait videos about how to start freelancing with no skills or the top 10 skills that you have to learn today. Today, we're taking a step back from all of those hard skills with clear-cut price tags to dive a little bit deeper. Hey, I'm Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome for the very first time. All around, welcome. I'm Carrieblogger, a career freelancer on Fiverr.com, where I've been selling as a Fiverr Pro verified copywriter for about the past 8.5 years. And in today's Freelance Friday video, I'm diving into those soft skills, interpersonal skills, essential skills, transferable skills, character traits, whatever you want to call it. These are the things that matter. Whether you're trying to define your skills, whether you're trying to create a strategy to distinguish yourself in a saturated market, or maybe you just are looking for ways to increase and pad your pricing, definitely start here. It all comes down to you, not just what you do. But before we can get into that, we have to announce this week's Blogger of the Week. If you'd like to be the Blogger of the Week, just like Lawrence Gleason, all you have to do is drop a comment down below and you might get picked. Okay, so for each of these, I'm going to break them down into 4 parts. These are what I consider the most valuable soft skills, interpersonal skills, essential skills, whatever you want to call it. For each, we're going to go over what it is, why clients need it, how to market it, and then how to work on it. Because you might not feel really strong in these skill areas, and we always have to work on our interpersonal skills, and especially I feel in the digital space. It's different. It's just different. Curious how your soft skills stack up? You can download my self-assessment document to measure these skills and others that I didn't get to in this video. This is an exclusive activity that I created in tandem with this video, and it is completely free for you to download at peachpay.me/carrieblogger. It's an easy way to put learning into action and really ground it into your personal work life. First up, dependability. Dependability is the rock solid assurance and confidence that you will do exactly what you said you're going to do, exactly in the style that you said you were going to do it, with the exact information that is provided and exactly in the time frame. Why do clients need this? Obviously, if a client is hiring a freelancer, they're the ones who are juggling all these balls in the air, because if you drop one ball, they have to deal with the aftermath, and it totally creates a cascade of problems that they don't have time or willingness to deal with. Personally, I have a 100% on-time rating, and I have never, ever delivered an order late, ever. That's a really strong marketing point, and that's something that I'm very confident about promoting, because people need someone who's dependable. And over thousands of orders, if I've never been late so far, I guarantee I will not be late when it comes to your order. That's how you market it. You could also offer things like a clear check-in strategy or a step-by-step delivery timeline of saying, in 2 days, I will send you this. In 3 days, I will send you this. In 5 days, I will send you this. That way you have a very clear picture and timeline of what to expect. Sometimes clients think, okay, well, if it's a 7-day delivery period, where does revision fit into that? I don't know how to schedule that time. If you can be more clear about that up front, that can be reassuring to them about your dependability. Oops, I forgot to film this section, so I'll run through it really quick. Working on dependability skills. If you are often late or that's something that you struggle with, procrastination in any sense, I recommend setting your clocks ahead, so to speak. So if you're promising to a client that your order will be done and delivered in 7 days, then you, on the back end, know that for you, it's really due in 5. Nothing's ever going to fall on the shoulders of the client and be disappointing for them. You're going to give yourself a buffer. The other thing you can do is to kind of rank the order of importance for your tasks and events. And this is also just a good strategy for maintaining a work-life balance anyway. You know, if you have a family event scheduled for a certain day, that's going to rank high on the priorities list. You deserve to spend time with your family and, put personal requirements above work. That's fine. But if you see that that priority is there ahead of time on the day, then that means that your work needs to get pushed a day earlier, where it does have the freedom, flexibility, and time blocked out in order to have it be a high priority task. Hopefully that makes sense, but it's just really like measuring your time, measuring what you have to do. And again, the priority part can help you make sure that everything gets done on time without letting anything fall through the cracks. At least nothing that's actually important. Next up is one that is so close to my heart. It is integrity and empathy. I personally don't think that you can have true integrity without having empathy. The right thing, not the selfish thing, not the make the most money thing, not even the fastest thing. And in doing so, you have to approach every encounter, every conversation, every sales pitch with true sensitivity and awareness of the client's perspective and their situation. Why does this matter? The client has to trust you. And it's not just a matter of them thinking you're not going to scam them or you're not going to do a bad job. Like, that's the minimum foundational level of trust. But ultimately, when you have integrity and empathy and you're marketing it to them, they feel the value of that. They ultimately know that they can not only trust you with their money and their information, but ultimately with the future success of their project. That's a big responsibility, and it's something that we as freelancers or service providers in any capacity really need to live up to. I'm a big believer in setting really fair, honest prices for everything and making sure that it's even partially how you're perceived, that they don't feel like you're twisting money out of them or that you're overcharging for add-ons that they weren't expecting or that extra costs creep in that they weren't really aware was going to be included. That doesn't feel like empathy. That doesn't feel like integrity. That feels like it's all about money. But ultimately, it's not. When you have integrity and you have empathy, you care so much more about the success of a client and the creative fulfillment and the collaborative process than you do about the check at the end of the day, which of course is great and important, but that's not all. You can also be refreshingly transparent and genuine, which honest to God, I try to do. I really try to make that a focus in my business. And you can also make sure to offer that honest support with a real kind of consultation up front. Make sure that all of the information gets shared before you're pushing them to buy, because you want it to be the right experience for them. You want it to be a good fit. And when you market it as, I'm not sales pitching to you, I'm trying to help you find the right partner, I'm trying to help you get the best over the moon satisfied result, people will resonate with that. So how to work on it? If you feel either by situation or just by inherent personality that either money drives you or maybe you're a little bit selfish, I know that I at times fight myself with being a selfish person. How do you practice that empathy? How do you work on those integrity skills? In terms of pricing, I recommend being really accountable to yourself and writing down an explicit, itemized list of everything that you charge for, how all of your services and packages and pricing break down. Of course, you don't have to share that with clients. You don't have to share how the hourly rate happens. You don't have to share how a bulk price gets broken down into every little piece. They don't necessarily need to know that, but you do. When you do that, you have a clear guide of making sure that every single order is completely fair, completely well priced, and that there's value in everything. There's a really clear difference, I feel, between upselling and overcharging. The other thing you can do to work on this skill, which feels hard, is to make sure that you are rating yourself. Either just take a moment to reflect or actually write it down with every client inquiry that comes in. On a scale of 1 to 10, truly, accurately, with tact, evaluate yourself 1 through 10. Do I genuinely have the skills to deliver an incredible product? And on a scale of 1 to 10, rate your genuine interest in doing so. Because honestly, if it's less than like a 6 or a 7 on either of those scales, you're not the right fit. There's going to be someone out there better who can better serve them, help them more effectively, and ultimately be more of a successful partner for their business. If you're not that person, don't take their money. Think about it from their perspective, focus on what's right for everyone, and that karma's gonna come back around for you. And the next one is adaptability and willingness to learn. This soft skill is more than just flexibility, it's more than just dabbling. I'd say that it's your confident ability to be able to grow and adapt and learn and shift over time. By building on the skills and experiences that you already have as a talented professional service provider, then you can become even more dynamic and develop a passion for stepping into those other roles. Why do they care? It's really hard to find a talented partner online. It's really hard to find someone that you trust and can really rely on and delivers the right result for you, even with the growth of all of these freelancing platforms and kind of work online communities. It's still hard. So after the client has put in a lot of time to A, define their needs, and then B, search, I'm gonna forget my alphabet list really quick. They're vetting partners, they're looking at your samples, they're comparing prices, they're setting budget plans, they're looking at all this stuff to make a really challenging decision of who to invest their money with, their time with, their project. Once they've done all that work, they want to make sure that it continues to pay off. Promote yourself as a lover of research and puzzles and questions and new discoveries and creatively fulfilling challenges. Your courage and passion are something that those clients are going to be excited about. And that's so much more like interesting and dynamic and invaluable than someone who just delivers cookie cutter, easily replicatable, repeatable, whatever that word is, deliverables. How to work on this one. A lot of people feel really gridlocked, or they're, afraid of failure, or they just feel like I've got this little thing figured out and that's what I do really well, and I don't want to branch off and run the risk of doing something wrong. I totally get that. But that adaptability, that courage, that willingness to learn is so, so valuable, and clients will, I guarantee, will pay for it. So at the end of the day, really simple journaling exercise is to just write down one thing that you learned today that your future self will thank you for. Not only does this give you the practice of self-evaluating and also reflecting on what you've learned, you get to write down a record of actual skills, actual experiences, actual discoveries that will serve you. And as you look back at that list every day and see, yes, I am learning every single day. Yes, I am dynamic. I'm growing. I'm shifting. I'm becoming better. You're proving to yourself. Like I said, obviously the hard skills, all of those things are so important, but these things should not be overlooked. And these are the things not only set you apart and attract clients and make really meaningful relationships, but can also add to your price. Again, don't forget to download my exclusive, completely free self-assessment document that I've put together for this video. It's going to help you measure your own soft skills and get a better sense of where you kind of stack up. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you are still here, you are my actual hero. Thank you so much. As always, you can find some really interesting links to stuff I've got going on down in the description and pinned comment down below. And you know that you are worth so much more than your workload. You are. Let's get back to work.